Hello YouTube. Today we're going to examine 6 banner UFOs, try and figure out what they are. We're going to begin in Cleveland, Ohio. Hello everyone, I'm Darren Crapo and welcome to UFO Planet. Now this Cleveland, Ohio sighting was described like this. Was viewing the Cleveland, Ohio webcam and watched this thing as it slowly moved across the sky. Can't say how close it was to the buildings, but took a snapshot on my iPhone. Now this is the worst of the 6 shots we're going to look at here today. Hard to see because it's actually a screenshot, and screenshots you lose all the clarity. Next we go to Conyers, Georgia for a January 30, 2019 sighting. I left work in my car for lunch traveling east, looked to my left and spotted a dark rectangle shaped object in the sky that appeared to be motionless.
Now it's not like a rectangle, it's a block.
So he says it wasn't like a rectangle, it was more like a block. During the recording, it passed behind a tree very close to me, approximately 60 feet north of my location. This is a really interesting sighting because you do not see an airplane anywhere nearby, but you do see a banner of some sort moving across
like
the horizon.
It's a block.
Very interesting indeed. Now we're going to go to East Point, Georgia, right close to the last one, and on the same day. On January 30th, around 12:30 to 1 p.m., as I walked out of Walmart looking straight ahead, I noticed something in the sky. I automatically assumed that it was a banner being flown since the Super Bowl was here in Atlanta. So there's the clue. The 2 last sightings we just looked at, this one and the previous one, were both from the Atlanta area, and it was at Super Bowl time. So that's a serious clue for us, guys, one we should not ignore. Now we're going to go to Lompoc, California for a February 8, 2019. This one's a little bit different. While returning from the beach on Vandenberg Air Force Base, I pulled off the road to catch a video, and it slowly started moving. It was slightly behind a large hill, small mountain, headed directly towards the tracking stations responsible for tracking all objects in orbit. How ironic is that, eh? He's trying to figure out what this is as it's passing by the tracking station in East Point, Georgia on January 30th. Very bumpy video, but it's something there. Some people said that was a blimp. I remember that. Cleveland, Ohio, next, April 7, 2008. This one was described this way. I saw what I first thought was a banner ad. However, I couldn't see an airplane, and the shape was very large square. The picture is from my cell phone while driving my truck. Object appeared to be over Lake Erie. So this one doesn't really look like your typical rectangular banner, does it? And he described it as a square, and that's kind of what it looks like. Unfortunately, they're just one snapshot in this submission, so it's hard to tell how the movement would be going there in Cleveland, Ohio. But I felt it belonged in this category for this video today because it's very similar. Now my favorite of the 6, this one comes from Monroe, Ohio on May 18, 2018. And this is an incredible banner flying across the sky. While waiting at a light, I saw a large rectangle glide across the sky. It looked like a sign, but there were no other aircrafts around. So he kind of took into consideration, you need to look for an airplane because if this is a banner, there's going to be an airplane pulling that ad banner as it goes through the sky. And he didn't see that. In fact, a lot of these ones, no one saw the banner. Now, I did have one submitted to me this weekend where I could clearly see the airplane in front of the banner. And I didn't include that one in the show because it was too pixelated, the video, and it wasn't really that good. But you could see the airplane, but you had to look very, very carefully for it. So what do you think we're looking at in all of these clips here today? Are they ad banners and we just don't see the aircraft? A kite maybe? Some people say they're a blimp. Now, I find that one a stretch because they don't have the same shape as a blimp. So what's your idea on this? I would really love to hear what you guys have to say because These are happening. I went through my 15,000 videos in my archives to find these ones for today's show because I felt they're all important, and I'd really love to know what everyone thinks we're looking at. Get your ideas, share some opinions. My name is Darren Crapo, and thanks for watching UFO Planet, and I'll see you again next time.